Come on.
Oh my God, he's kissing me. Oh,
There.
wow. Okay.
Everything's okay, isn't it?
Yes, you're very
You create
handsome.
a lot of heat.
I know, because you're quite handsome.
Quite
and
good looking, aren't I?
You're very good looking and you're engaged, and I'm aware of that.
Are we watching an assault happen like on live stream right now? Breaking news! Met Police has charged Russell Brand with following offenses. One count of in Bournemouth area 1999. One count of oral in Westminster 2004. One count of indecent assault in Westminster 2001. Two counts of in Westminster 2004 to 5. This is posted by the Politics UK Twitter account. It's been going viral over on Twitter. See if we can get some context. I got Fox News. I got CNN. Before you call me any sort of grifter, we're going to get to the bottom of this together. Okay? First of all, let's get his response. What do you have to say for yourself, Russell Brand?
Hello. Firstly, thank you for these incredible and overwhelming messages of support. We're very fortunate in a way to live in a time where there's so little trust in the British government. We're very fortunate, I suppose, that this is happening at a time where we know that the law has become a kind of weapon to be used against people, institutions, and sometimes entire nations that will not accept and tolerate levels of...
This is the most unserious outfit and location. Let's get that out of the way. It does not seem like he cares, based on the aesthetics and vibe alone.
Corruption that are unprecedented. I'm speaking particularly to those of you that are watching this in the UK. How do you feel about your legal system right now? How do you feel about some of the high-profile cases that are not being pursued and prosecuted? How do you feel that the Southport murders were handled? How do you feel about the government of Keir Starmer? Now, that's just sort of general context. Me, I've always told you guys that when I was young and single, before I had my wife and family, who were just out of shot over there, my beautiful children, I was a fool, man. I was a fool before I lived in the light of the Lord. I was a drug addict, a sex addict, and an imbecile. But what I never was a rapist. I've never engaged in non-consensual activity. I pray that you can see that by looking in my eyes. I want to thank all of you for your continuing support. I want to let you know that our show will be on Rumble on Monday.
How do you feel about me being a cheeky wanker? I don't know if he passes the look into my eyes, bro, I'm telling you the truth test. I don't know him. You don't know him. We don't know him. I would like to believe him. That would mean that these instances never actually happened. Less suffering in the world. But I just got to take his word on it, I guess. Lots of pretext. That's right.
Thanks for your support there. And of course, I'm now going to have the opportunity to defend these charges in court, and I'm incredibly grateful for that. In the meantime, you lot, stay free, and we will be continuing to discuss this matter. Praise the Lord.
So, interesting. A lot of people will attack Russell Brand, saying that this is all part of his grand plan to become a Christian, a born-again, God-fearing man. They don't really extend any empathy in the fact that perhaps he did change. Perhaps he did grow as a person. Maybe his new outlook on life is genuine. It's hard to be the judge of that. Is he another cog in the machine? Is this premeditated? He deserves his chance in court to defend himself. What I will say is odd is the timing. From a sheer logical perspective, these charges are over 26 years old. They're almost older than myself. And I got hit with the consciousness patch update at around 3 years old. And to think of a lifetime ago, that's a long-ass time. Does that diminish the potential allegations? No. But why did it take so long? If they are true. That's what I want to know. Who was sleeping at the wheel? This is by Charlie Kirk, popular conservative man, influencer. Every single allegation against Russell Brand concerns events that took place 20 years ago or more. None of them existed while he was a famous actor or comedian. All of them emerged once he became a highly visible dissident on politics and COVID. Brand has been forthright about his behavior as a young man, but the idea that he was a serial is absurd and, more importantly, completely unprovable. This is a political prosecution, plain and simple. Something you'll see a lot on the right is this exact rhetoric. Because in many ways, if the allegations are false and Russell Brand is able to prove himself in the court of law that these didn't happen and that he's innocent, it hurts the other side of this demonstrably. These allegations don't get taken seriously at all. I simply refuse to believe it. There's no way Russell Brand is a comedian. Yeah, I never really got his humor. I think the first time I saw Russell Brand was Get Him to the Greek, and then cringy, like, pickup videos on either one of the Jimmys. You know what I'm talking about. Jimmy Fallon, Jimmy Kimmel. Why are there so many Jimmys? Got Blair White, popular trans voice. A year ago, British media reached out to me to participate in a hit piece about Russell Brand's allegations. It was weird. I told them I'm not a victim. We'd never met, and they still pushed me to find anything to say. Whatever's going on, it's very organized and vicious. Now, I don't have any insight into anything regarding this. I have a little bit of insight in how the media works. Traditional news sources, journalists, and people of that ilk. And in my experience, they move funny. Hey, want to hop on a quick call? On background? Hey, did you get my email? Following up, just trying to ruin your life. Journalists are cucked. They have no balls. They have an air of superiority. And that's just my way of saying that the media moves funny in many ways. And this is just coming from experience covering scams, frauds, stuff like that over the years on YouTube. When the internet is first to a topic and then the news wants to pick it up. Here you got Russell Brand is innocent and a nice mosaic of a bunch of other men. You got Conor McGregor, RFK, Elon, Trump. I'm pretty sure these are all people. They're not all of them are accused of something. It's just, this is a mimetic device to tell people he's innocent. The irony in that these are the people that are defending him. The Onion says Nation could have sworn Russell Brand was already convicted sex offender. That's satire. It has its roots in humor. The vibe has always been that he was a bit creepy, but I want to bring your attention to the fact that, is this based off of physiognomy? Is this based off of aesthetic physical traits about him? Or are they grounded in reality? Because I'm going to be honest, the fact that he dresses like a gay pirate is not really helping his case. It looks like he got one-shotted by ayahuasca. He's had cases for years. Yeah, it's not a good look. It's not a good look. I don't know. I guess we're going to have to see in the court of law what actually happens, but new UK police charged disgraced comedian and actor turned MAGA personality Russell Brand with 5 counts of, and make Jesus first again. Well, let me ask you, esteemed chat, esteemed comment section, do you think Russell Brand's rebranding, hit him with a little rebrand, call him Russell Rebrand, the way he switched up on us, do you think it's genuine? Or do you think it's a tool of deception? Guilty for sure. Damn, he's a grifter. What makes you say that he's a grifter? Because I've heard that. But let's substantiate these claims. People call me a grifter. Every day I have to look at myself in the mirror. Am I a grifter? Am I grifting right now? Oh no, I hope I'm not grifting. Why is he even famous though? That's an interesting question. I think he's always been on the fringe of culture. He's always been polarizing. He's always been cheeky, mate. I mean, he got famous through acting and comedy, but he got explosively famous talking about politics and faith. Katy Perry made him famous, not gonna lie. That's a great point. I forgot the fact that Katy Perry dated him. That's right, Marin. That's right. He was also a social democrat not even like 4 years ago, preaching how great Bernie was. I watched him for a time after graduating college. Well, here's an interesting fact. There are a lot of scorned Bernie supporters who are now considered alt-right. Now, I ask you, do you think that's because the Overton window of politics has shifted that much and that there's no hope in Bernie's cause? Or are they doing it for money? Are people incapable of changing up their politics? What is it that allows somebody to do that, and why or why not? Is it the time in which they change up? Is it the ways in which they change up? I don't know, much to think about. Your POV is allowed to evolve. I just think he saw the culture cycle shifting and he wanted to continue profiting. That's fair. I can see that analysis of the Russell rebrand arc. Do I agree with it? I'm split. I want to believe in it. I don't like getting psyoped, but taking a hardline position on this is rather difficult. Besides the fact that the actions are disgusting. Because if everyone is grifting, then no one is grifting. Weaponization, Russell Brand has been charged with. He became a target after he began sharing thoughts and ideas disfavored by the UK government. Now, I'm not British, but there does seem to be a lot of debate over the current British administration. People are getting door knocks for tweets. Oi, mate. You say this, right into the proper slammer they go. Right into the stockades. Why is Russell Brand a U.S. glazer, though? That's an interesting point. I think the U.S. has a lot to glaze about. It's a very glazable nation. I glaze it all the time. Call me Krispy Kreme the way I glaze that shit. Perhaps he looks at the U.S. and its freedoms, especially freedom of speech. I'm not going to lie, bro. I just lost my train of thought looking at this guy's eyes. Sheer pathology. This is dark triad. This is not a good look, bro. Holy shit. This is hurting his brand. Russell Brand should identify as a Muslim refugee so the UK can prosecute the women who made the allegations instead. The UK is a joke. This is 100% politically motivated. That's crazy. That's insane. I see Russell Brand never sexually assaulted any trans ladies. Surprise, surprise. Typical heteronormative transphobia in action. He wouldn't know what to do with a sheenus if it bit him on the nose. Is this a real tweet? The lanky Stig of the dump 70s David Essex child catcher sex pest. Bro. What? A sheenus? That's the funniest thing I've heard all day. Holy shit. How is that new? That's got to go into my vocabulary. That's going right into my vernacular. A sheenus. Just a reminder that a few months ago, Russell Brand was baptizing people in his tidy whities. I don't really think that's a fair criticism, to be honest. I mean, he believes in Christ. I don't know what denomination, but just a little river baptism. The Quartering, popular YouTuber, says Russell Brand has a past. I'm not sure these charges are true or not, but it's pretty curious these are crimes from 20 plus years ago. They've been trying to take him down ever since he started speaking out against Big Pharma. That, I know, is true. It's just so perfect of like a cover. It's a busted tech. The government is trying to silence me. How do you prove or disprove that? You're obfuscating. It's a method of subterfuge. He uses this cover every time, though. A few years ago, he said it was because he was QAnon. Russell Brand said he was QAnon? Are you serious? Did Russell Brand ever claim he was part of QAnon? Or was it QAnon trying to come after him? It's a meta defense. He was grifting towards the QAnon people. I don't think he claimed directly. Interesting. All right, we got another video by Russell Brand. When I was married to Katy Perry, there wasn't anything off-key with her, nor was she involved in anything nefarious. Our marriage didn't work out for normal human reasons. I have nothing but respect for her. Plus, my daughters love Katy Perry. Russell, what do you have to say for yourself?
What I can tell you is when I was married to Katy Perry, she's like not entirely normal because she's an extraordinary, massive star, but she's not weird or off key and wasn't involved in anything nefarious as far as I could tell. And the reasons that our marriage didn't work are the normal human.
The peacocking's not doing it for me. The flagrant patterns, the jewelry for the sake of ornamentation. It's drip without a purpose. That's my analysis.
Reasons marriages don't work, and I have nothing but respect for her, even though I obviously disagree with her political views, but I probably disagree with some of my wife's political views, my beloved wife Laura Brand's political views. So, you know, you always disagree with people, don't you? So I think in general, Hollywood and the culture is used to spellbind you and distract you. I've been very, very clear about that. And I do also now believe that there are planned and organized dark intelligence. There is a planned and organized dark intelligence at work using the culture for distraction and control.
Who?
What I can tell
Who is that culture? What entity is it? I need to know. Who are these nefarious forces that are trying to take down the real truthers? I feel like you can't just say that. There's a group of people that want to ruin my life, but I can't tell you who they are. I will get killed. I will get whacked. Is it the Illuminati? Like, come on now. It's the Bavarian Illuminati. They have their roots in Freemasonry. It's the Bohemian Grove. The Hollywood elites. Like what? Who are they? Why are you just allowed to say that shit without getting specific? This is my problem with these talking head types. It's giving the art of persuasion. Russell Brand finally being charged for gives me an excuse to repost this from the brilliant Sean Locke. Probably the reason I hate him so much is I'm a dad.
Probably the reason I hate him so much is because I'm a dad, and I've got this fear that one day my daughters will bring something like that home. And he'll come in and go, oh, such pleasure to be in your charming abode. Mother-in-law is very delicious. Probably the reason.
Okay, so pointing out his cringe PUA personality, where he's whimsy maxing, where he's perpetually jolly pilled. Let me see if I could find any pickup videos of him. I'm keeping an open mind with the whole Russell Brand situation. He only became a target when he started speaking out against Big Pharma and the WEF/NWO. And we all know what it means when the MSM is pushing for you to believe a certain narrative.
The pandemic created at least 40 new big pharma billionaires. Pharmaceutical corporations like Moderna and Pfizer made $1,000 of profit every second from the COVID-19 vaccine. More than two-thirds of Congress received campaign funding from pharmaceutical companies in the 2020 election. Pfizer chairman Albert Bourla told Time magazine in July 2020 that his company was developing a COVID vaccine for the good of humanity, not for money. And of course, Pfizer made $100 billion in profit in 2022. When it came to the profits, they took the profits. When it came to the funding, you paid for the funding. It's difficult not to...
but I will just add one thing. Facts.
All I'm querying is this.
Yes.
Is if you have an economic system in which pharmaceutical companies benefit hugely from medical emergencies, where a military-industrial complex benefits from war, where energy companies benefit from energy crises, you are going to generate states of perpetual crisis, where the interests of ordinary people...
Well, he cooked. He did cook. It's just unfortunate that I have to go and fact check every single one of those claims. Who am I kidding? No, I don't. Welcome to the slop pipeline. But two things can be true. He can be a talented schizo ranter, and he could be guilty of those allegations. They don't really cancel each other out. Russell Brand saw this coming since Me Too. So he spent 5 years LARPing as a conspiracy theory moron, just so that when the police came knocking, he would have an army of fools ready to blame the CIA, etc., for trying to silence him. Never forget, Daniel Sloss was the only man in the entire world who spoke out against Russell Brand.
97% of rapists will not spend a single day in jail. That is a real statistic. How does society, how do we fix this? How do we stop this happening? It has to involve us. And by us, I mean men. Now, to the women in the...
Is this a stand-up comedian? Dude, I paid for jokes, funny man.
room, I know you know this. None of this is new information to you. You've lived your life, you've got your experiences, and your voices are more important and necessary in this discussion than mine. That being said, I would still like to lend my voice to the discussion. And to the men in the room, I want to make something crystal clear. This isn't an attack. I'm not accusing you of anything. I knew this man for 8 years, and he fucking did it. There are monsters amongst us, and they look like us. If you are sick of the narrative that is currently going on about men, feel free to change it, but you have to get involved. Don't make the same mistake I did for years.
That's a crazy claim, bro. I mean, that's defamatory if untrue. That's libel. That's slanderous. Was there a retaliation? Was there any threat of legal action? He fucking did it is diabolical.
Sitting back and be like, well, I'm not part of the problem, therefore I must be part of the solution, because that's just not how this fucking shit works. I believe, and deep down I know that most men are good. Of course we are. But when 1 in 10 men are shit and the other 9 do nothing, they might as well not fucking be there. You have to actively be good and get involved. Instead of having this fucking hero complex of being like, I'm going to beat up a rapist, fucking prevent one, stop one, because I know it can be done, because I know how I fucking failed at it.
Damn. The stats are real, but who is this guy? Beats me, bro. Is this an activist or a comedian? I'm just lost. Oh, comedians are current day oracles. I can't stand Russell Brand, but everyone is innocent until proven guilty. How on earth can you prove beyond reasonable doubt that he's guilty of offenses from 25 years ago? I don't know. Do you guys have any idea? From a utilitarian perspective, how does this work in a court of law? Just look at him! Just look at him! I'm just kidding. Yeah, he is Diddy maxing. He is Diddy maxing. All right, we got another jokester weighing in. Freddie Quinn.
I haven't always been a stand-up comedian. Before this, I had a job as a brand manager. I spent 8 hours a day telling him not to rape anyone.
Ha 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 ha. I don't know. There's just so few stand-up comedians that make me chuckle, let alone forcefully exhale out of my nose. Let me see if there's any creepy videos of him talking to women on YouTube. Russell Brand picking up women. Let's see if Russell Brand has any PUA skills. Let's see him in the infield. Let's see him sarging.
I feel like I'm in a cartoon in which someone's about to get seduced.
Not me.
Maybe
I'm
me.
a very good girl.
Are you good? I don't think God would give you that body and then give you sort of morality. Are you married?
No.
Are you in a sexual relationship?
No.
Stand by.
Then there's hope.
I can't fight your fiance.
You don't need to. We can work out some sort of arrangement. It's good that I've got both your hands. Is it getting on your nerves?
No, it's cold. I enjoy it.
I'm warming you up.
You are.
Are your cold?
They are actually quite warm. However...
Ooh, yeah, ooh.
So I hear you're a very traditional guy.
So,
that you,
this has got to be weird as, like, a reporter just trying to do your job, and the guy is just, like, all up in your grill, escalating in real time, getting keno with it, touching your hands.
Those critters.
If by traditional you mean sex mad, then yes.
You have to move out of your chair and...
Catherine is welcome to
No,
see me.
she's not. It's not. No, don't do it. Trust me, don't do this. Don't even say put it.
You think Jimmy knew? No! No! Get out while you can! Don't sit on his lap! You don't understand!
Queen, you
We're
can't.
gonna do an interview
Don't say for the queen.
For the queen!
No, don't say that, please, Russell.
You're beautiful.
Russell, please.
Oh, thank you.
Should I just sit here?
Sure.
Please
I'll just
stop.
be here.
Russell, look away.
With my sexual charisma.
Russell,
Yes?
are you thinking about something?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I was thinking about something because, as you know, I've announced it. I find Catherine.
He's one of those where my hug at type dudes. Dude, he got one-shotted by, like, RSD back in the day. He was on the Red Pill forums.
Very attractive. Then when she said exchanged numbers, I thought things that I'd like to exchange with her.
Numbers.
You know what's so weird though, and this is just like a fact. Back in the day, there was a, not saying I agree with this, I'm just saying, there was a culture of like ostentatious sexuality that was tolerated for whatever reason. Whereas like Russell Brand was like the fucking man here. He was him. Holy shit. He pulls so many baddies, bro.
Numbers. He likes numbers. He's on a numbers thing.
And genes.
He's number. All right, no, you can't.
Genetic info. Data.
What is happening right now?
Genetic info.
That's all right. It's
And when I say we, I mean my husband.
Yeah, but you know, look at the way you drop the jets. You could drop that guy any day.
Russell, no. Russell, no. Russell, absolutely. Stop dancing.
Turn and face the change.
Yeah, it's also known as Holly Weird.
No.
Changes.
Turn and face the change. Changes. He's unbelievable.
I'm only joking. You must never destroy a marriage unless you're really bored. When I was younger, I would...
I'm just saying, these are not good optics. These are not good optics.
have probably been found ideas like pick-up artistry attractive. Yeah. But when you get a little more sophisticated, you realise that there is no way of tricking anybody.
She sat on his lap with a husband. Yo, maybe Sharia law is based. No.
Into doing things that they don't want to do that can be anything but negative for both parties involved.
So what is your secret?
My secret is that I know that within you there is a limitless divine beauty, and within me as well. And if I connect with that, then we'll be okay. And you as well.
It's fine, though, because he's British, right? It's okay because he's got a quirky accent.
And Chris, for God's sake.
Give it. He's good for everybody.
Everybody's
I couldn't help
beautiful.
myself.
Now, Russ, I'm nervous to ask this, but you did say at the start of the year that you were considering attempting celibacy. Is that something that you have continued with?
What time do you finish work?
Are you...
Fifi box. When you laugh like that, it makes me know what you'd sound like when you come.
Brother. Bill Cosby didn't even do this shit.
And I like it. Is this morning telly?
Yeah.
So you can't put that in.
About 7 a.m. So people just...
Hey, viewers, that's what Fifi sounds like.
Dude, he was like the original Rizzler, but in every horrific way.
When she comes, enjoy your breakfast, you perverts.
Do you, you've thrown me, but
Don't
I love
worry.
it. I love that you're throwing me.
If you're ever so confused, Fifi box, pop yourself down on my knee and see if we can't get you pregnant.
Excellent, and my mum's not watching this morning, so that's a good thing too.
Why is your mum not watching? What's she got
Oh
on?
no, she's busy. She's away with a friend at the moment.
Bring her in. I'll take the lot of yous.
Once again, you've done this.
Come on, what do you
again.
want to know?
That's everything I want to know. I want to know.
Do you want me to come over there to you?
No, it's okay. Oh wow.
Chat. I mean chat. Listen, I believe in self-actualization. I believe in evolving, changing as a person. There's some behavior that is perpetually cooked, and this is Exhibit A.
Oh my god.
That noise. Fifi box. Dun, dun, dun.
This is just like sex pest across the board. What a cheeky bloke, innit?
Come on.
Oh my god, he's kissing me. Oh
There.
wow. Okay.
Everything's okay, isn't it?
Yes, you're very
You create a lot of
handsome.
heat.
I know, because you're quite handsome.
Quite
and you're
good looking, aren't I?
You're very good looking, and you're engaged, and I'm aware of that.
Are we watching an assault happen like on live stream right now?
And she's a beautiful woman.
She's lovely, isn't she?
She's gorgeous.
This is alright though. I'm allowed to sit on people's
Are
laps.
you? Can I put my hands there?
Yep, that's allowed as well. Come in here. There, it's all
Oh,
okay.
dear. Oh,
it's all
dear.
going to be all alright. I'm just releasing the spores. There you go. Fifi box is pregnant now.
Oh wow. Oh, and
Mwah.
oh good. That's very good.
Nice,
yeah,
wasn't
that's lovely. That was so lovely. I just turned my cheek too. That was very professional of me.
Liz, that's your fault. Because you took your eye off the road because things was getting a bit fruity out there. Alright.
Chat. I don't think you can defend yourself out of this one. I don't think you can Christ max your way into innocence. He's guilty here, that's for sure. Whatever this is.
Liz,
We
goodbye.
were. Yeah, thank you.
Well, it's been really a wonderful experience. See you later, Liz.
Awful.
Alright, take care.
Chat!
I can undo your
What the
promise.
fuck?
Liz, I love you.
I mean, that's preposterous. That is ludicrous. Those are some nuclear cannons, bro. That is a hell of a front porch. Dude, he, without a doubt, is guilty of being a gay, creepy pirate. That much we know. He's a closeted straight. That's hilarious. Sailing on the SSA. Unfortunately, I don't know if it was the culture back then. It just so happens that whenever there's like a press release for a mid-aughts movie, like Vin Diesel's guilty of this too. I don't know if they put like Viagra or Molly in the fruit punch before they go on camera, or if it's like a weird way to sell the movie for like some controversial marketing for like sexual tension. I don't know. But I've seen this. Maybe everyone is just a fucking PDF file. Maybe everyone is just a straight Gotham villain in Hollywood. That could be true. It's just odd whenever the cameras start rolling and they got those director's chairs and the lights are on, the weirdest behavior starts. I don't know if it's a power dynamic thing, because like the actor is, you know, feeling themselves, getting interviewed, and it's like, I can do whatever I want right now, and there's nothing you can do because you get paid $4 an hour. Sit on Papa's lap. This is like some Shakespearean anti-Riz. This is diabolical. He's getting fruity with it. He's rhyming. Dude, this would one-shot a girl in like 12, 13. This is how my great ancestors met in the town square, in the agora. Dude, he must be on some pharma-grade LSD. Imagine having an addict with a mop head hit on you and you awkwardly have to take it. Getting assaulted at Castaway Bay by a pirate on coke is the worst circle of hell. Why does he look like he moisturizes with olive oil?
What am I saying? What am I talking about? Don't think about what I'm wearing. These things are redundant,
I'm distracted.
superficial.
Okay.
Don't be distracted. What do you think that gesture means, the way you're touching that bottle? What does that indicate? What is that? What's the subtext of that?
I think we gotta go to break.
You need to lose that ring, Mika, because it don't mean nothing to you. She's grasping for the shaft. She's a shaft grasper.
Yeah, maybe the stand-up comedian's actually onto something. Soy Jesus charged with 2 big oopsies. London police charged Brand with 5 counts from incidents. We know that. See what he has to say for himself. Sean Hannity hears from the actor Russell Brand on his journey towards sobriety and Christianity.
All right, before we go, the next episode of Sean is available tomorrow when you go to foxnation.com. I sat down with the one and only Russell Brand for an extended interview. Here is a sneak peek.
But you said something that caught my interest, and I know the whole 12-step program, one day at a time, all that. But it's 22 years. You're at the 22-year mark, and you said, "If I make it," I'm like, "I think you made it." I mean, do you still have any desire to go back? Do you still go to treatment on a regular basis?
I do. And the contending with addiction is at the forefront of my life continually. Now, since becoming Christian, I recognize that many of the principles that were made clear to me in 12-step recovery reach a kind of fulfillment, continuation, and elevation of what I was already experiencing, a sense of, oh, this is what you're looking for. This is the direction to carry it on in. And the reason I don't make any like claims about, oh, well, I'm all right now, I'm done now, is because the longer I've been clean and sober, the more I am forced to recognize the fragility of such a thing.
So compelling. FoxNation.com in the morning.
Hours after the news broke of his charges, Brand took to social media to firmly deny any wrongdoing. In a video posted to X, he thanked his fans for messages of support, then criticized the British government and legal system before addressing the charges directly. He explained that he was, quote, a fool before I lived in the light of the Lord. I was a drug addict, a sex addict, and an imbecile. But what I never was I've never engaged in non-consensual activity. I pray that you can see that by looking in my eyes. His prayers didn't work. I was not convinced. Of course, now I'm going to have to take the opportunity to defend myself and these charges in court, and I'm incredibly grateful for that. The actor revealed he received a few inquiries from media outlets with regards to a, quote, litany of extremely egregious and aggressive attacks. That's how they move. Russell, we're about to run a story that's going to potentially ruin your career. Got any nice words for yourself? Hey, Russell, what do you say for yourself, bud? According to Brand, the encounters occurred during a time of promiscuity, but were always consensual. He also noted that he, quote, was always transparent about that then, almost too transparent, and I'm being transparent about it now as well. One thing about Brand, he does keep it transparent, almost to a fault, one would say. All right, let's check out CNN. Here we learn that it's 4 women and that Russell Brand is 50, making him UNC status. The Met Police added that Brand will appear at Westminster Magistrates Court in London early next month. It did not specify Brand's current whereabouts, but described him as living in southern England. I feel like we should farm this slop like Asmongold did with Johnny Depp. This can just be our breakout moment. Whoa! True! You know what I'm saying, chat? You get me. Denied the allegations. We have carefully reviewed the evidence after a police investigation into allegations made following the broadcast of a Channel 4 documentary in September 2023. We have concluded that Russell Brand should be charged with offenses, including echoing his denial over the allegations. When I was young and single before I had my wife and family, I was a fool. Man, I was a fool before I lived in the light of the Lord. More recently, he has gained a large following online discussing wellness after publicly talking about his battles with drugs and alcohol and conspiracy theories, particularly on YouTube, where he has over 6 million subscribers. And that about does it for the Russell Brand controversy.